So, everybody should be in here. This is Manchocolate. I'm the leader for Dream State Gaming. Current people on my team, AMO's in here. A lot of people know him. Eaze is in here. He's our jungler. And also Geeess is in here, who is our top laner. And we're joined by KGB, by Blue Freeze, Spaghetti, and Telekinetic. And we're going to kind of talk about the game and tell everybody what we think about what needs to get fixed right now and how issues need to get patched up and what the community, the competitive community is overall outlook on the game is right now. So go ahead and you guys can talk and I'll introduce everybody. Blue Freeze, if you want to go ahead and state like what role you play and everything for your team.
I'm the jungler for Clever Gaming Blight. I carry my team because they're all shit. Yeah, that's pretty much me.
1v1 me shit or you won't.
Dude, we just 1v1'd in that fucking fight club. I swear. And who had most kills? I did. Yeah.
Fight me in Hearthstone, shit or you won't.
And we have Spaghetti in here, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
The other jungler for Clever Blight, the better jungler. The one who tells Blue Freeze what he has to do every day, basically holds his hand.
And Telekinetic.
Alright, I'm Telekinetic. I'm currently not decided on which lane I'm going to. So, yeah, I pretty much just carry Jake and Nine since, you know, the junglers
carry each other.
Yeah, pretty much. Because they never gank our fucking lanes.
Ammo.
I'm going for Dream State Gaming with Carlos.
Carlos, are you there? I guess Carlos isn't there.
Well said, Carlos.
Armando's not there apparently
Carlos.
either. Eaze and Geeess, are you guys there? Eaze, go ahead.
Hello?
Introduce
I'm
yourself.
alive.
Tell us what role you play.
Just a banner start here, people.
I know. The role you play, your
I'm a-
characters you like, all that kind of stuff. Your mic is messed up. Lag. Yeah, lag is an understatement.
Alright,
Carlos.
just
Oh, there we
forget
go.
it.
You're good. No, you're good. We can hear you now. Go ahead and talk. Introduce yourself.
What?
Eaze, go ahead. Eaze, you introduce
What's going
yourself.
on? I think he's lagging out.
Yeah, introduce yourself, role you play, characters you like,
My
all that kind of
name's-
stuff.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is he?
Armando.
No, he's like lagging out, dude.
Alright, go ahead, Eaze. Your turn.
Just fantastic.
Hello. I'm Eaze, best Atomic Wonder Woman NA. That's all I play.
Yeah, Eaze is the jungler for our team. Alright, today we're going to talk about balance issues. Everybody knows there's some huge balance issues. And
And a huge list of them.
yeah, and a very big list of them from the competitive community. There's just some things we'd like addressed, and you know, we'll take any questions from anybody else that they have, any of that kind of stuff in a little bit. Biggest concern right now, Spaghetti. What's your biggest
Shazam! Holy shit, Shazam! That what? Okay, look, that character
Yeah,
was
he's too
borderline.
underpowered, dude.
That character was borderline overpowered after they rebuffed him to give him damage back. He had to make choices. He had to decide: do I RQ for a single target? Do I RW for a team? Do I RE for a team? Now he flies into the team fight, does the highest combined ratio damage instantly of any hero, and then just waddles off because he has Vlad passive, so like 3k free health. Shazam, taking the ult cost off of Shazam's ult was the most catastrophically dumb decision that could have been made for that character. Before he got buffed, that would have been okay, because then he would have had a decent combined power ratio. The lower damages on his abilities would have been okay. But now,
Tell us how you really
Ew.
feel.
nerf
Yeah.
everything about him. Remove, please.
Yeah, but
give Doomsday his numbers.
Let's talk about some fixes towards this though, so it's not so troll-like, so we can, you know, try to help the community out.
Q damage is too high.
Ratios, agreed? Everybody agrees. Ratios just need to get nerfed. He either needs to be a... I don't even mind the no cost on ult. nerf
That's
the
fine,
ratio
yeah.
if you're gonna do that.
I don't know about nerf the ratio on ult because that kind of is his iconic.
Yeah,
Look at me,
yeah.
I'm Shazam. Boom,
Yeah.
here's the damage.
But the Q,
the W and the Q
yeah.
do way too much. The E
Ridiculous.
is fine in that the E is so crap that you don't notice its ratio anyway.
Yeah,
Since Shazam's inception, his E has been garbage.
agreed.
That ability needs dropped.
Hey, it's good
His
for
W
jungle
needs
clear.
split.
It's good
His
for
W
jungle
needs
clear.
split into 2 different abilities: Mystic Power, Mystic Defense. You either get Power or Power Pen or Power Armor, depending on the last one you activated. Lightning Field blows, and always has.
Oh,
Hey, you get 1 point in it for that
100%.
jungle clear early though.
Fuck that shit. Just get the extra damage on your Q and
No.
thump people for all of their HP. Why?
No.
Your W one-shots the little
W
mobs
is much
anyway.
better for clear speed. I
Get
agree.
max W and get 1 point in E, and then you get
W.
Q.
Q, WQ, W.
Let's just talk about balance right now.
This is why you
Balance.
don't jungle Shazam.
What are your guys' thoughts on Flash? I'm pretty sure everybody knows Flash needs ratio
Underpowered.
as well.
No. I'm
Hard
just
to
playing.
fix, but definitely needs it.
Yeah,
Like,
agreed.
he's got damage coming from every friggin' direction and from so many different
is
types.
Nerf is W and
Everybody in
refine.
agreements that Flash is probably the strongest late game character in the game right now.
Yeah,
Easily.
bro. Well,
who's
no.
stronger than Flash
no.
late game?
Atomic Green Lantern.
Atomic Green Lantern, 6 items.
Yeah, that's true.
6 items
With
or
his
6
ult-
items.
with his
AGL,
ult.
definitely strong.
That's another thing that needs to be addressed. AGL ult at level 19 with full items. It's like what, almost a 3,000 health shield. Like, it's ridiculous. That, yeah, no.
Oh, you're talking Arcane Green Lantern.
Yeah, Arcane Green Lantern. Sorry.
Yeah, his ult is a bit.
It needs
Too
a,
big.
yeah.
They gave it max HP scaling, which was like they said they didn't want him to get all the things he needed out of power damage because he was getting
Yeah.
all of his damage, all of his team survivability out of the same stat.
Yep.
So it's fine to split them. But you made every ratio he has huge, so you just buy mixed stat items, and he's the best at everything.
Yep.
100%.
0.5 is absurd.
He is the strongest support. Like, he's the strongest defensive support. Gaslight Joker's the strongest offensive support.
Yep.
And the characters actually labeled as support are garbage. Like, Zatanna and Ivy, why? Well, just
Oh,
why would
yeah,
you pick them in place of
agreed.
AGL or
Agreed.
Gaslight Joker?
And what are everybody's thoughts on Ivy and Zatanna now? Because everybody knows that plays in the competitive community right now understands that Zatanna is not in a bad place, but she's also not in a great place compared to the other supports that you can pick up right now. So what are your guys' thoughts on that? Like how she can be buffed or what she needs in order to be viable or who needs to get nerfed, and the same thing with Ivy.
She's a case of mixed ratios done wrong. Zatanna, I mean.
Yep.
Other characters that have mixed ratios, they've got like power damage and health, etc. She's got power damage and will. Her power damage ratios are okay. Her will ratios are garbage. So at best you get okay.
Agreed.
At worst you get mediocre. Like, she's got one singular ability that you would pick her for in a team comp.
Oh yeah.
Her ult. The bunny is great. Like, gut the rest of her, leave the ult. Zatanna just needs remade from the ground up or needs turned to a pure power damage character.
Yep, agreed. I wish we had some supports in here so that we could, ask them their thoughts on that kind of stuff. What are your guys' thoughts on your own roles, on what characters need buffs and what character needs nerfs? Because at the moment, from an ADC perspective, from me playing Marksman, it feels like Batman is a must for every team. Every game.
Remember
you go into,
Batman
Batman
needs
Prime.
changed?
Do you mean Batman Prime?
Yeah, Batman
As in-
Prime.
Yeah. Oh, his ult. Like, he has all this damage, all this great gap closer. He has no trouble sticking to a target. On top of it, he has one of the strongest forms of CC that has ever been invented. Vision denial. And on top of this, his ult is
It's
actually
broken.
bugged. Yeah, if you click somewhere where an enemy or an ally is outside of the cloud, you won't move. You'll just stand there. You're spam clicking and you're not moving and you don't know why because you can't see that you're clicking a person out there. That is so problematic.
Yeah, agreed. Also, the other thing with his ult is if you guys notice when you walk into it, it tends to
Disable your
Yeah,
attack command or
disable
move
your-
command. Like, whatever
exactly.
previous command you had, by losing the vision of that area, you lose your command and your character just stops in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
His ult is
That's
so
so-
damn buggy.
That happens in stealth beds too.
Exactly. That's what I was going to mention. Stealth pads is another issue. What are everybody's thoughts on after the Joker and the Green Lantern nerfs? I feel like they're in a pretty good place now. Everybody seems to still like to use them, and it's not so much that they're overpowered with their AoE
I think
anymore.
GL got the changes he needed.
Agreed.
GL was way too strong in lane before. Now he's exactly as he needs to be.
Yeah. What do you guys thoughts on Joker? Because telekinetic, you like to play a lot of.
I
Joker.
played Joker. I think he's in a pretty good spot right now, to be honest. He can still
I
blow
beat you
people
1v1
up.
Joker.
Yeah, whatever. He can still blow people up, but it's not like he's so like retardedly overpowered like he used to be. Like he used to be just free win if you get Joker to 4 items. Now it's like you actually gotta make some decisions.
Now
that
he's a member
make
of
sense.
the team rather than you just use your team to get Joker farmed enough to end the game for you.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed.
The change to his ult range was great because it used to be that you could just like E forward, drop an ult, and there was your team's initiation. And it was also most of your team's damage, and then you got a reset and you just E'd right the fuck back out anyway.
Yeah.
With his ult being the smaller range it is, you actually have to decide more properly about where you use it, as opposed to just chuck it and it'll work.
Agreed. ADC perspective. God, like we talked about, Cyborg right now, he's
His
not
damage is so
overpowered,
dumb.
but his
His
damage
early
in
damage
early
is
game
silly.
is just ridiculous. You land a Q and pretty much somebody's out of the lane. It's almost
Yeah,
as bad
as soon as you hit a tracer
W.
mark, you have to walk away.
Yep.
Like as soon as you have a tracer mark on you, you cannot fight back.
Agreed. Gaslight Batman, we all talked about what we can do with buffs and nerfs. Like, either he needs to be able to move through terrain with a smaller E range, or auto attack range needs to get buffed. There has to be some kind of, incentive to picking Gaslight Batman over Cyborg, because right now there is none. There's the global ult, but when it comes to that, I'd still rather have somebody that can push towers twice as fast and siege down somebody down versus, having that 1 E and your 25 movement speed slower. Gaslight Batman is a lot slower.
He's
than
very
Cyborg.
slow. Like Turbine had pretty clear intent. They wanted Gaslight Batman to be the safe marksman. They wanted Cyborg to be the aggressive marksman.
Yeah,
Gaslight Batman's safe-ish in that he has a jump, but any character who has either targeted slow or good chase power, the jump means nothing. Batman Prime, Shazam, etc. Like hell, you see him start the jump, you just follow them with your own.
Agreed.
Cyborg is the opposite. He's the aggressive one, and is just so good at it. Like release Graves style old good aggression.
Yeah.
He just wins the lane on his own.
Oh, agreed. And the other thing is, coming from an ADC perspective, so many of our items just feel useless. I don't know that I'm the only one that thinks that, but like,
You're very pigeonholed in builds. Very
exactly.
pigeonholed.
And it used to be that as an ADC, like, me and Nine had completely different builds in lane when we used to face each other. Now it feels like I go to lane and everybody has the same thing that everybody else has. And
You pretty much have to get the OP lifesteal items, Cheetah's Claw and Atlantis. You have to build crit. You have to build either V9 or Zeiss. I think Zeiss might be better for Cyborg than V9. I'm not 100% yet.
Zeiss is...
There is another
situational.
marksman build I've seen Nine experimenting with, like a meta golem style, spear and a bunch of HP and all that.
Like the kind of old bruiser style from season
Yeah,
2
exactly.
League, like Atma's Sunfire Cape type thing, or Warboss.
Yeah, and it actually works really, really well on Cyborg since he has no escape and really strong steroids.
Yeah.
You don't need kite anymore. You just pop your ult and go ham and usually win.
Yep.
But that just feels like a problem with the build more than it being a good option. That just feels like
Exactly.
Meta Golem is so strong that it's working on marksman. That's a problem.
Yep. And that seems like those are the go-to items for junglers right now. Also between
Mogo Spear. Mogo Spear.
Yep.
Mogo Spear is so good.
It's
Shitloads of
Mogos,
health. Spear passive.
Lobos.
Mogos and
Power.
Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, again, like there's no uniqueness
The only
to
other
how
pickup
you
is an
play
early
your
coda.
jungle. Exactly.
Like that's it.
There's just no uniqueness there, and I feel like that takes away from a lot of the skill level of the game, is being able to develop your own playstyle. And that's what I liked about the game pre-September patch, where they balanced everybody, is everybody had completely different builds. Like when you played a team, depending on what you were facing in lane, your stuff was completely different. And now it's not so much that way. It's gone towards
Now
more
your
of the
character
meta
has
game.
their 6-item build, and no
Yep.
matter what the situation, you have to build it, or you are
Exactly.
inefficient.
And let's talk about those 6-item builds for every character, because we understand what they are for